Hello everyone and welcome to ICU, the UK's #1 gaming broadcast channel, if we do say so ourselves. But we are oh so much more than that. We are, and we represent Jelly Media Limited, a digital marketing agency company that build digital marketing agency stuff for companies specifically in the gaming industry. Most notably, we work with Konami, and we make content for specifically eFootball and other titles that they release. The unsung heroes of the designers here are constantly pumping out stuff for eFootball. You'll see their stuff everywhere, and the legends, the legendary boys. So I know what you're thinking. Where's Bibley? Where's Graham? Who is this long-haired creature that's taken over the YouTube for a video? Well, my name's Tommy, or Tmanbones, as I go by. I'm 31 years alive. I too am gamer. I like to play many varied games, and hopefully in the future I'll be doing some streams for ICU, playing sort of different sort of games from what those boys play.
All right, spare me your life story.
So look out for me in coming future, hopefully, so be gentle. So, what are we here for today? Well, if you can see behind me, or if you read the title of the video, or if you saw from the socials, we are here for this! So yeah, welcome to Ice Cream Upload's Guide to Pokemon Cards, trading card games, TCGs. We're going to go through varying different kinds of cards. I'm going to show you as many physical examples of each one that I can find that I have in my own personal collection. We'll go through some of the ones that are less common, some of the ones that are worth quite a lot of money, and what to look out for if you want to start collecting them yourselves. I'm going to fire off a fair few of the different types of cards that I can think of, if I just scroll my mouse down a bit. So, deep breath. These are some of the kind of cards that we'll either show today or that are available on the market. We've got common cards, rare cards, energy cards, trainer cards, holo cards, V cards, full art V cards, alt art V cards, VMAX cards, gold VMAX cards, alt art VMAX cards, rainbow cards, GX cards, EX cards, character rare, full art cards. V-Stars, Gold V-Stars, full art trainers, rainbow full art trainers, gold support cards, gold trainers, rainbow trainers, amazing rares, radiant rares, shatter reverses, full plant cards, combined duo cards, Pokemon cards with multiple Pokemons on them, peel off it, reveal cards, promo cards, jumbo cards, 20th anniversary cards, 25th anniversary cards, Japanese exclusive store cards, movie promo cards, Halloween trick or treat cards, football cards, custom cards, Pokemon Go detective cards, Pokemon Go cards, not detective cards, two separate things, reprint cards, and fake cards. So, and I know I've missed loads. That was just sort of what was off the top of my head when I was going through them from memory. Help! When this video's over, probably next week, I'm going to go and open a full booster box of 36 packs of the latest expansion, Lost Origins. Well, it's latest expansion at the time of filming, but in like 2 days, the newest one. So I can't even remember what it's called, but that's out then. But we'll be a bit late, but we'll either stream it or I'll pre-record it here and then release it onto YouTube or on Twitch, depending on how we're doing and how confident I feel. Because it's quite daunting, this. So, let's begin where it all started for most of us. In 1999, when Pokemon cards first hit the market. Now, I have some examples of the original OG boys right here. So these are some of the original artworks from the first set printed. I've had these for absolutely decades, and a lot of you might actually recognize the artwork on these. These are not first editions. These were probably the second or third version of the sets that were released. We have our Eevee here, and we have some of our OG boys, as well as the Pikachu that is famously known as Fat Pikachu. Just look how thick he is. Damn, he's fit, boy! These are not the ones that are worth the major money, meaning that they are not the original or first editions. Now, the first editions, as they are likely named and promptly named, were the first ones to be printed, and they have the first edition icon in the bottom left hand corner, so that's when you know you've got a goodie. Now, if you're rummaging through your old collection and you do find a Machamp that has the first edition first edition icon on it, don't get too excited, because for some reason Machamp is always a first edition no matter where it's from. Not quite sure why that is. I probably should have researched it. I'm making a video about Pokemon! Should have known! Now, I also have here the OG, the big boy, the yellow lizard, the lovely shiny boy. Now, this is my prized possession, I guess. But he is quite damaged, but would still go on the market for a couple of £100. So let's start going through some of the different types of Pokemon cards, shall we? Now, when you go through and buy a booster pack, you get 11 cards, and 8 of these will be common. You'll usually get 2 trainers, 1 energy, and then a load of uncommon or common cards. Now, there's nothing special about them. They pretty much go in the bin or just in a box in a way somewhere. But when you go through the pack, you will then be greeted with one of these. A reverse holo. Now, the beginner collector might think, ooh, shiny, very nice. Surely this is worth the big money. Surely I can retire. Well, you're wrong. These are known as I've said, reverse holos. They are basically every single common card in a set is available as a reverse holo. Now, by themselves, they are not actually worth that much. It's just a common card, but as a reverse version. It is shiny and it is nice, but it's nothing special. However, if you manage to get every common card in a set as a reverse, you have what they call in the business a master set. Now, a master set, if you manage to pull every single card in a set, as well as all the higher up secret rares and all this sort of stuff, and you have the reverse holos of every common card, you're looking at fat stacks, dollar bills. Now, holos are when it starts to get, I guess, a little bit more interesting. Now, back in the 90s, if you pulled a holo, you'd have a shot of dopamine so strong that your eyes would roll in the back of your head and you'd pass out with glee. But these days, if you pull a holo, unfortunately, it just gets put in a pile and forgotten about, like Andy's old toys. They're not really worth anything, and to be honest, they don't even qualify for a plastic sleeve. But here are some examples of some more modern holos, or shinies. We used to call them shinies. They're still shinies. Come on. So here's just a couple of examples of some holos that are available these days. You've got some Pokemon Go ones here. And it's difficult to see the shine even with all these studio lights. Now, the ones that are worth money, or will be eventually, are promo holos. Now, promo holos come usually in a pack of 3, or specifically from doing events or buying them from places. Now, the Pokemon Center in Japan will give holos with certain amounts of purchases, and I'm sure a lot of you are aware of the 25th anniversary McDonald's Pokemon cards, which I have some here. Somewhere. So yeah, a lot of people probably actually got back into Pokemon for these specific cards. The 25th anniversary McDonald's cards. Let's get a better look. You might remember those, although sneakily there is I believe that's 20th anniversary. Now, these were given away at Game, but we'll talk about that a bit later. Stop looking at me piles. What? Oh, other holos of note. These are available at the moment on the market with the Pokemon Go set. They come with a pin and some booster packs. So these are basic holos, but they're very nice, and these are ones to hold on to. I believe these do have the promo in the bottom corner. So now we have Vs, full art Vs and alt art Vs, and I'm going to include character rare Vs in this as well. This is when your collection's going to start getting a bit spicy and a bit more worth some Johnny Cash. Released originally in 2019 in Japan with the first Sword and Shield set. They came out in northern quarter, Western audiences in 2020. I've got some examples. So here are some examples of some V cards. Very nice looking, a lot more artwork and a lot more style going on from your original holos. You got an old school Charizard boy, and then some evolutions that have grown massively in popularity over the last coming years or so. So if you buy a booster pack these days, you are looking at very minimum a V before things start to get interesting. Now, a V does actually qualify for a plastic case, in my opinion. It still goes in the pile, and it doesn't qualify for a hardback case. I've just blinded myself looking at the light. A hardback case. I'm just going to keep all this in. Yeah, but to get a sleeve, they'll get a hardback case. But some Vs start to get a little bit more interesting as they go on. Let's have a look, shall we? The first ones being more interesting would be these. These are classed as full art Vs. Now, much like the V cards beforehand, the artwork takes up the full card, but they have this textured map on the actual print, so they give this 3D shine and a textured feel to them. They are definitely where things start to get a bit more spicy. The value of these can go anywhere from £4 to £10 maybe. Some of them are worth quite a lot more. I'll be back in a minute. When you get to the next stage. No, what are these? I didn't organise my piles. So we looked into some V cards, but let's move on to the next stage up from those before we get to the one before that. Well, it would call for you. What are you doing in order? So here we have character rares. Now these are something's in me. So I'm just trying to get out. Now these are some of fan favorites that have come out recently. So these feature a trainer as well as their corresponding Pokemon. There's some amazing artwork on these. They're not textured like the full art Vs, and they're not actually worth that much, surprisingly, although some are and some are flying up in the market. The evolution ones are always going to be a favorite. This in particular is worth quite a lot and should rocket in coming years. This is from the Lost Origins set that's just come out, so it's one to look out for, as well as this one. I actually think this is from a previous set. Now this is a full art V version. The other character rares don't feature the V. This is one of, this is one of the V ones. So this is actually textured. It's got the bump map on it, so to speak, which increases the price, and it's actually harder to pull. And then after that we have this. Now this, your basic character rare goes for about £4 to £5 online, but the Charizard one and this one in particular is rocketing in price in recent days just because of the adorable artwork and the content of which it has. Now there is a full art version of this. I hope this is all making sense. So like this one, it has the V after the title, and it's textured and it looks like this. Very nice. Now that is going upwards of £100, and graded you're looking at like £300, and it's one to hold on to. So basically you can't go wrong with any textured full art Vs, any character rares that feature Pikachu, Eevee or Charizard, or somehow me. I've been captured into a card, help me! I went off on one, stop it! Yeah, so you can't go wrong with any of those. The next stage up would be VMAX cards. Now, VMAX cards, I've got some here, also came out at the same time as the Sword and Shield V cards, so yeah, it's happened. That happened. They're out. Okay, a lot of people who've collected them have a fair few of these. They do come default textured. Let's take a look. Now, VMAX itself comes from the Pokemon Sword and Shield games, where the trainer in battle would do something called Gigantamax, where it would make the Pokemon like the size of a skyscraper, basically, to deal insane damage to their enemies. So in the game, there's always this red hue to them, and there's always these mad colours. So all VMAX cards are textured. The artwork is full, and they feature these mad, crazy colours in the background, and they're almost always placed like as if a camera was looking down up at them to show like the sheer size of them. Just look at this boy! Look at his mittens! Look at his murder mittens! Oh, now, one that's come out recently in the Lost Origins set, everything's opposite, is this boy. Now, like the character rares, so let me try and explain this one more time. So there are character rares. Wait, let me get examples. This is why I'm here. I've got examples of cards. So, sort of in order, you would have a character rare, then you would have a character rare V, which would have the texture, and then you'd have a character rare VMAX. A VMAX or a character rare would actually qualify for a hard casing sleeve, so you want these to be protected. They are where their money's going to come from in the future. If not, they're just nice cards to keep securely. So now the next stage up that people are looking for, oh wait, I forgot some stuff. So going back to VMAXs for a second, something I did not mention or forgot to due to foolishness are these cards. Boing. Look at this beauty, look at the shine. These are rainbow VMAXs. They also came out with the Vs and the VMAXs in the Sword and Shield sets. There were rainbow cards that existed on the market already. We had a GX Charizard, which is a massive fan favourite, and is also worth a lot of money and hard to pull. Full art trainers and rainbow trainers. Now, these are great cards. They are very nice to look at, and I have a little display set of some right here. Now these are definitely fan favourites, as you can probably tell just from the contents of the artwork themselves. They feature trainers from the game or series, as well as some iconic ones from the past. You've got Professor Oak there. Now there are rainbow versions of each of these trainer cards, however I don't own any because I got rid of them in the Great Purge getting ready for the festive season. This, believe it or not, my collection here is not all that I actually have. I've just brought my best in for you to show. But yeah, weirdly enough, now these are a lot harder to pull, these rainbow trainers, but nobody likes them, which is, it's strange. But why? Because the artwork on the normal ones is crisp, it's clear, it's got colour, the cards pop, they just look so much better. I'll throw up some examples of rainbow cards now, and then compared to their normal ones. See, you can sort of tell that this one, did I put it there or did I put it there? The one that's not rainbow looks so much nicer, and collectors much prefer them, especially when they've got women on them or girls or whatever. Dangerous territory. Moving on. So everyone in the grands knows of the big yellow rat, so I'm going to go through a couple of big yellow rat cards and sort of explain them to you. Pikachu from the Pokemon Go set, very nice. Pikachu from the Detective Pikachu DVD, hideous looking thing, weird film, it was alright. So these next couple are from the 25th anniversary. They are reprints of very old original sets of Pikachu. You've got Surfing Pikachu, you got the Big Fat Pikachu. It's a reprint full art version of the original one that I showed earlier in the video. We're flying through now, boys. You got your Big Fat Fine Pikachu, a VMAX, so it's nicely textured, worth a bit more. Very good, very good. Very good, very nice. Ash's Pikachu should have been with the previous set, you goit. And then we have this. This is a very interesting, how can I do this? Bear with me now, bear with me. Oh, basically 4 cards that go together to make one big card. I dropped one. Now, this is a load of Pikachu from different artists over the years. It's artwork taken from Pikachu cards that have been spliced together in one giant card. It came in like a promo box. It has a jumbo version of it. We haven't even talked about jumbos. While we're here, let's do jumbos. So, Jumbo Vs and Jumbo VMAXs. Now, the VMAXs are nicely textured. They all usually come in a box. You'll have a box that's specific to the Pokemon in question. You'll get a small version of the card as well as this giant one. Now, it's difficult to price these because people aren't even sure if they even want them, but they're always worth keeping hold of. I know that Smith's Toys were doing a promo at one point where if you spent a certain amount of money, they'd give you a jumbo, as well as Game. Now, let's talk about Game. So Game over the years have had a great partnership with Pokemon and are endlessly releasing promos when new sets come out. Usually if you spend a set amount of money, they will give you a jumbo card, as I just stated, or you can get specific cards from there, again, when you spend a certain amount of money. And here is a great example of some that they did for the World Cup. Now we have Eevee and Krookie on the ball. So, what to buy? Now, if you're looking to start your collection, if you've been inspired, or you're looking to make some cold hard cash quickly, you're probably wondering, what can I buy to start my collection? Now, if you actually want to buy and play the game, I would suggest getting a battle deck or a starter deck. Images displayed above. You can get yourself one of these. They will contain about 60 cards. They'll usually give you like a full set. They'll give you your energy cards, maybe some counters, and they'll give you a couple of E-cards as well. So you've already covered all grounds there, and you've got a nice little collection, and they can go for as little as about £12, which is nice. If money is no option, you could get yourself a booster box, like what I'll be opening next week or some point in the future, either streaming or recording. They're about £120, but you do get 36 booster packs in there, which will cover everything. Now, when you do buy a booster box, you are guaranteed at least one rainbow rare or better. So you'll either get an alt-art or you'll get a rainbow rare, be that a full rainbow trainer or a VMAX. So if you really want to make sure you're guaranteed something good, you'd get a booster box. You'll end up with a massive selection of Vs, blah blah blah. You'll get everything. But the price is through the roof at 120. So if that's not really an option, we do have cheaper options. Well, we do have, I don't make them, I don't sell them. triple ballistas. Now they're a good one. Free packs, and you do get a promo, as I mentioned before, that only exists in this pack of free. You'll get a little counter coin as well, which is nice. Nice to play Tazos with. Now you can do really well with these. You can get free packs for £15, and you can pull something extraordinary, or you could pull garbage. I think the last 2 packs of free that I bought were garbage, so soul crushed. Now another option is an ETB, now, or Elite Trainer Box. An Elite Trainer Box will give you 7 boosters, 8 boosters. Some may even give you more, but you'll get about 6 to 7, some sort of amount of boosters. You'll get card sleeves, you'll get counters, you'll get damage tokens, everything you'll need to play, as well as a very nice pretty box to put them on. The card sleeves in particular are quite a nice addition. I have some here. Oh my god, it happened! The Pokemon Go ETB. So they're nice sleeves, they keep your cards protected. Always good to have some of them lying around other than having to buy individual ones. Plus they're branded with Pokemon and to that set, so that's very nice. They usually go for about £40, £42, depending on where you get them from. You can, every time there's a new set, there's always 1 or 2 that come out to correspond with it, that matches the design of the set. So it's always nice to have a few of them. I've got plenty at home. They're all full of twaddle. Worthless twaddle. Now, if you do consider yourself lucky boy, or you have some Phoenix Philopia or whatever it's called from Harry Potter, luck potion, you can just go to a store and purchase a £4 pack. Now, as I said, if you have a booster box, there is always going to be 1 card in there that shines above the rest. It's the big hitter of the box. Now, if you manage to get into a store with a freshly opened box and you somehow manage to pull that card, then you could have potentially made upwards of £200–300. I know with Silver Tempest, which is the new set that comes out on the 11th. Is that today? Today I filmed it, it comes out today! Suddenly old news. Now, if you manage to pull a Alt Art Lugia V, no, a character rare V of Lugia, that is on the market for about £500 already, so you could potentially go out tomorrow, or by the time of viewing, Silver Tempest is already out, and you can get yourself that Lugia and make loads of money. Loads of money! But I digress. I've held on for your attention for too long, but before we go, don't forget, I do have a Lost Origins booster box of 36 packs I will be opening either in a stream or a pre-recorded thing, judging by the fact of how much this has absolutely melted my brain. I will probably be pre-recording it so I don't have a meltdown, and we'll stick it on the channels, but don't forget to go find all of ICU's Ice Cream Uploads social channels. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a sub on the Twitch if you don't mind. If you've enjoyed seeing me freaking out here, give me a something, give me a like, yes please, and we'll see you again for the next one. And as I always say, scrum.